Custom Store is back open and we got deals on DVDs, autographs, and more. Click the link in the description.
Oh, hello, Malcolm and Demra. I'm filling in for the other guy. He got COVID. But what are you two doing up? You should be in bed.
Oh, we couldn't sleep. We're just so excited for Christmas.
Yeah, and I guess we live here or something?
Oh, Huggamowish. What if I told you a story to get you back to sleep?
And then you'll deliver our presents?
Oh yeah, I forgot he did that.
You darn him a tootin', because I keep the Santa in Santa Christ.
Yay!
Hurry! Whew, okay. This is a story about two adorable kitty maquettes named Chaplin and Buster, who are celebrating one Christmas Eve. Oh boy, Merry Chaplin! I'm Christmas. Come on, Buster. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Aw, who cares, Chaplin? Christmas is the pits. All I want to do is be on my phone.
Buster! I can't believe what I'm hearing.
What's the point of anything? It's all meaningless. Did you know Christmas didn't even start on December 25th?
Then why do all the Christmas cards say otherwise?
I don't know, Chaplin. I'm just not in the Christmas mood.
Is this those terrible twos I hear so much about, which for cats is the equivalent of teenage years? I'm Chaplin.
Forget it. I just don't see what's so fun about being happy and announcing who we are all the time.
This is serious. Well, let me tell you a story about a cat who also had a rough Christmas. He was being reviewed by someone who is not Chaplin, but that's no fault of his own. The Nostalgia Critic. Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Critic. I remember it so you don't have to. We all have that Christmas special that isn't a masterpiece, but holds a special place in our hearts. And that for me is the Garfield Christmas Special. I remember watching it like it was yesterday. Released in 1987, A Garfield Christmas Special won a lot of audiences over, was nominated for a Primetime Emmy for Outstanding Animated Programming, and was so popular that CBS ran it every December for 13 years, sometimes back-to-back with the Peanuts Christmas Special. Like I've mentioned before, I grew up loving Garfield, and this special was definitely a staple for me. Creator Jim Davis said he based a lot of it on his own family growing up on a farm in Indiana, doing chores in the snow, and even growing up with a brother named Doc Boy.
Embarrassing name. Might as well call him Zeppo or something.
I can't pretend it has the humble artistry of Peanuts or brilliant writing of Arthur Christmas. It still stands on its own merit for being small and upbeat, yet passionately animated with just a touch of cynicism. You can tell it didn't have a huge budget, but there's a playfulness to it that's okay, not laugh out loud funny, but still infectious. With over 3 million views on YouTube alone, it's clearly one people love coming back to every year, and we're gonna look at why. Now, some of you might be wondering, why are we listening to a story about a cynical cat?
In a story about a cynical reviewer.
In a story about a cynical cat.
Shut up and relax.
It's Christmas.
Bizarre.
Let's take a look at A Garfield Christmas Special. The special opens with what used to be seen as a comically over-decorated house, but nowadays, I think you could call it subtle.
Christmas means presents, lots and lots of presents.
I like too that the backgrounds are supposed to look a lot more simple to indicate it's a dream, but when it cuts to real life, they don't look that much better. What it lacks in backgrounds though, it makes up for in movement. Look at, say, an episode of G.I. Joe at the time. The backgrounds are a lot better, but the movement is really stilted. This has a lot more life and energy. They even animate John doing a little skip when he leaves the scene. Do that 80 more times and you'll have a Will Ferrell movie. He's given the gift that keeps on giving, and just look at the crazy eyes on that Santa. You watch the Will Ferrell movie. It gives him whatever he wants as we're given our first song.
Gimme, 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 gimme.
This is the most American of the holiday songs in this. Honestly, the songs in this are really good. Again, it sounds like their budget wasn't much, but they're hummable, memorable, and give the special more of an identity. The only problem is, because the special is only 23 minutes long, they're crazy short. They were composed by a couple named Desiree Goyette and Ed Bogus. They've composed songs for many Garfield and Peanut specials, and Desiree even did the voice of Nermal.
That's right, it's me, Nermal, the world's cutest kitty cat!
And I guess Taki from Soul Calibur 2?
I'm through with words.
But sadly, there's no isolated soundtrack for this or extended versions of the songs. And I think they'd be very welcomed. Any of these songs you can listen to and instantly be put in a good mood. And on top of that, you only need to hear a few notes to instantly have them stuck in your head.
Can't wait till Christmas, there's so much to do.
Christmas is here, mistletoe and laughter.
I don't know, whoever's the king of music stuff in Hollywood, yeah, I know that's how it works. Give this soundtrack the attention it deserves.
Hey, Garfield.
Garfield wakes up, though, to find it was all a fabricated reality. Like how this is a fabricated reality.
Like how this is a fabricated reality. Like how this is a fabricated reality.
What?
Oh, nothing.
Garfield wakes up to be told he's being taken to the farm to spend Christmas with John's family. Garfield is again voiced by Lorenzo Music, while John is voiced by Thom Huge.
Why can't they come here where my warm bed is? And why am I whispering?
And how is he whispering if he's thinking all this?
The real question is, why are you moving your mouth when you talk?
Oh, that's true, I wasn't making sense for a minute. Though I do love the songs, sometimes the score can be a little odd. Did they run over Wheezy's from Toy Story? What was that? Like I said, there is a humble charm to this special's cheapness. Like I love how this background tree seems to jump cut away on a loop. Or how their car has zero movement, not even their wheels, so it looks like an invisible tow truck is moving them. Or one of the Jetson cars got a retro redesign. But again, there's cute details. Like I love how this is such a family of farmers, even the baby has overalls for his diaper.
Dad would chop down the tree.
Chores.
Mom would fix up the meal.
Work.
It also cracks me up that every lyric matches the notes except for one that doesn't even try.
Decorating the tree.
Gardening.
Wiring all of the lights.
Electrical contracting.
I guess if he doesn't care about Christmas, he won't care about keeping on beat. They get to the farm and say hello to his mom, dad, brother, and grandma, played by the late Pat Carroll.
Is that city life making you soft? Ah, you're getting soft, boy.
This might be the best grandma in anything, at least top 4. The amazing thing about Pat Carroll as a voice actress is that she never altered her voice for a character, yet I never recognized her. She played 3 roles I watched repeatedly as a kid. Grandma Arbuckle from this, Katrina Stoneheart from Pound Puppies, yeah, don't judge me, and Ursula from The Little Mermaid. Despite having the exact same voice, her acting never made me connect the dots. I never knew until I was older I was listening to the same woman, despite it sounding so obvious.
You need to get more physical. Take me. I do 100 sit-ups every morning. My belly is hard as a rock.
Not that I blame you. He is quite a catch, isn't he?
Oh, that's too bad, Holly. Now, what are you going to do?
Her performances were larger than life, yet still different enough to just have me see these characters and not the actress playing them. And that's pretty impressive. Also, you gotta love how Garfield and her seem like kindred spirits.
I'm so happy I could burst.
Oh, put a sock in it, dearie.
Grandma and I are gonna get along just fine.
We're gonna make fun of Mario's voice in the new movie, and thank God there's no such thing as irony. There are some scenes cut from the book that Jim Davis also put out with this, and one of them is the boys doing chores. I do wish they put that in because without it, it looks like they just walk outside and then walk back in. It kind of looks like they walked through an infinity loop and entered through the other side of the house. Maybe that would explain why Garfield's size radically changed here.
Things can't get much worse than...
I think he would look like this if that measured out proper.
Cow it's almost ready.
She spices up the sausage gravy, which gets a classic fire take from Garfield. And they sit down in a dining room with the tallest ceiling I've seen in a farmhouse. Jesus, this place is 2 stories just to fit this one room. Also gotta love the put actual flower design in later wallpaper. It looks like someone smacked a mosquito on their arm and then just copy and pasted it.
Doc boy, will you say grace, please?
Despite the special being so short, every family member does have personality. The mother, super loving and warm, the father, rough and gruff, the grandma, wild and defiant, and the brother, arguably as dumb as John, just a different kind of dumb.
And as surely as the waters of the streams and the rivers find the sea.
Everyone has that person who thinks grace is an excuse to start church. Grandma gives some of her food to Garfield and Odie, which leads to a pretty funny line.
Sure are packing the food away tonight, Grandma.
I'm eating for two now, dear.
Ah.
What can I say? Charlie Brown's grandfather just won me over with his angelic voice.
You see, Grumpy McGrumpsicles, if Garfield can have such a good Christmas, so can you.
Chaplain, everybody knows Garfield isn't real. He's just made up, like the Easter Bunny or Kanye West.
Oh my goodness, this is an emergency.
Come on, Chaplain, I'm just not into Christmas.
Don't worry, I'll get you back into it. Lloyd, Ike, Wendy, come in.
Hi, hi, hi.
Hey, baby.
Oh, what now?
I have terrible news.
You're not gonna die someday?
Buster has gotten out of the Christmas spirit.
Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah, baby. Real bad.
I was hoping you could all come together and explain the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, all right. You see, the true meaning of Christmas
is when I go over to the tree and I see Santa has delivered
Christmas
tuna
onesie
for all of us,
season,
and I don't have to open it because I don't have human fingers, and I love Christmas
which
because
gives
that's
me
the
a
best time
fresh
to
new
not have
bed
human
that I can
fingers.
lay on for
Thank
the
you,
rest of the
Santa.
year.
And that is how Christmas is made.
There's commercials in this, right?
Watch Doug play Ratchet & Clank 2016 every Friday on Twitch. We also have content 6 days a week. Hope to see you there. The family comes together to decorate the tree, and okay, is this a full house set? Because there's no way these rooms can fit inside this house.
Why is it we always put the stupid star on last?
Well, it just wouldn't be Christmas if we put the star on first, honey.
It is a weird Indiana tradition. I should point out from the book there's an edit where the father responds with one more remark like that, and you'll see stars, woman.
It's a good change. It's a good change.
Garfield is tasked to climb up the tree and put the star on.
Never send a man to do a cat's job.
Talk about false advertising. I thought we were gonna deal with candy cane addictions in this.
Here we go.
Nice touch.
What the is Garfield reacting to his own line? Well, this brings me to something I haven't brought up yet. There's technically 2 versions of this special. You see, the original was about 30 seconds too long to fit in the commercials. Because of this, they cut a pretty funny scene where Doc Boy tries playing the piano doing a terrible version of O Christmas Tree. Grandma pushes him out of the way and does her own rockin' version.
Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree, how lovely are thy branches. Whoop, whoop, bidoop, bidoop, bidoop.
The makers liked this moment so much they actually combed through the special to find any extra seconds they didn't need and cut them. So if you watch the 1991 release or the VHS release like I had, you'll notice, but only just barely, the scenes are a touch shorter.
I'll wait in the car. I'll wait in the car.
And now, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen.
All things considered, I never thought anything was missing from this version. They chopped it up quite masterfully. There is a big difference, though, in one of my favorite scenes that follows. They start singing the song Keep Christmas in Your Heart, which again is a criminally underrated number and really should be expanded on.
Carols and bells ringing to the rafters.
When Grandma starts opening up about her deceased husband.
Men like him didn't feel like they could show much affection to the children, but on Christmas, it was okay.
This is Pat Carroll at her best. It's actually kind of amazing we went from a rock-on scene to a sentimental scene within seconds, and she transitions into it flawlessly.
He always pretended not to be excited on Christmas morning, but his eyes gave him away.
But here's the thing. This is the version I grew up with. This is the version that originally aired.
He always pretended not to be excited on Christmas morning, but his eyes gave him away.
It's completely different animation. Same audio, but different shots, lighting, and even color palette. I guess since they were putting a scene back in, they decided to make this one more to their liking. And it's literally night and day. The one with the darker colors is far better. The only thing I'm not sure about is showing the husband in this version. Watching the original, I did like it was left to our imaginations what he looked like. Yeah, the music and acting still sells it, but I've shown the original cut to people by accident before, and I can say every time they saw the blue version, they were crying. Whenever they saw the brighter version, they weren't. It's so interesting how the slightest change of visuals can alter your emotions, even if you hear the exact same audio.
Sometimes I wake up in the night, and I can still feel his strong arms around me.
That's when I realized I was haunted. You might have seen him on Halloween.
This is the night I miss him the most.
Put it up there! There's a few other little changes in here, like when Dad reads the Christmas story, Binky the Clown Who Saved Christmas.
Yeah, let's see if Binky saves Christmas again this year.
Imagine indulging in a kid's story on Christmas. We watch cats that eat lasagna like adults. I actually do like this silly Christmas special acknowledges one of the great Christmas traditions is enjoying a silly Christmas special. But while in the re-released one, the father's just rolling his eyes when he's done, the original has this. Ah, the bath salts just kicked in. That dog's looking yellow to me. Speaking of which, Odie goes to the barn to put something together from a bunch of objects he's been gathering over the special. This is also hands down the strangest title of all the songs in this.
You can never find an help when you need one.
If this can get traction, why not this? We've been talking about two different versions of the special, and I have to be honest, I kinda like that there's two versions of this scene because I can't decide which is better. In this version, Odie puts a present together and we still don't know exactly what it is. In the original book, though, Odie tries to put it together, but he can't. He frustratingly gives up, but Garfield puts it together behind his back. Odie, in his idiocy, just accepts he somehow finished it and takes it inside. It's rough because I like Odie actually has a good idea for once, and it's fueled by kindness to make something for Garfield. But I also like this is one of the few times Garfield is nice enough to help without even letting him know he helped. However, that does kind of mean he knows what the present is already, and he's faking his surprised reaction later.
Okay, what is it?
I like he doesn't figure out what it is until Odie demonstrates. So it's tricky. Like I said before, I think the re-released version is better than the original, but in terms of the book and special, I like that there's two versions you can pick from. I don't know, which one do you like?
Then one finds you.
Garfield finds some letters in an old box while John and Doc Boy continue their de-aging into children the closer Christmas gets.
Is it time to open our presents yet?
It's 1:30 in the morning. No, it's not time to open presents yet.
And we just got rid of daylight savings time, so that makes it 2 days ago. Oh, come on, I remember the opening music. You need a lot more sound effects than that. Presents! They get up to open presents, and Garfield has a special one for Grandma. It's a collection of love letters from her husband that he found out in the barn.
I could not begin to write my love for you. When next we meet, oh my.
As mentioned before, Odie also has a gift for Garfield.
Okay, what do you want?
No, it's a back scratcher. And Garfield is so impressed by it, he actually poses like a cat for the only time in this.
Now and then, you're something special.
He then makes a statement that's a little corny and on the nose, but I think that's kind of what you're looking for in something like this.
Christmas. It's not the giving. It's not the getting. It's the loving.
We end on a song that works in Yold. Oh yeah, you can keep this song. And the special ends.
You see, Buster, if you just let Christmas into your heart, you'll know what peace truly is.
Cool. I still don't like it.
Hey! That's not how this is supposed to work!
I don't care.
Hey, Critic! Aren't you supposed to make with the sentimentality by this point?
What do you mean? You're the one telling the story.
I thought I was the one telling the story!
Just say the wishy-washy stuff so I can get my bubbly Buster back!
Oh, okay. I was just wrapping up the review anyway. A Garfield Christmas is a very cozy special. I can't put it up there with the greats, but it does have a charm and sentimentality that makes it pretty easy to enjoy. All the actors are giving 1,000,000%, the songs are bouncy and cheerful, as well as soothing and warm. And for the limited time and budget they had, it managed to get a few giggles while also working in some heart-tugging moments. It has a personal touch that makes it feel exactly that, personal. It's not amazing or a game changer, it's just nice. It's a nice little special. I think that's all I want it to be, and it does so in a perfectly nice way. And that's what I remember about A Garfield Christmas.
That's it? That's all you got? Buster, are you in tears?
Keep talking and I will be.
Buster's not even in tears!
You know, rather than shoving it down his throat, maybe you should let him take a break for a bit.
Maybe you should Christmas harder!
Maybe you should say the end.
The end? No! I wasn't done with the story! Unend!
Chaplain, I'm just not into Christmas this year.
But I so wanted you to be, Busty old boy. Christmas and I will always be here for you.
Yeah, I got that. You made it insanely clear. When or if I need it, I'll do so. I just want to be on my own right now, okay?
Okay, Buster. You do as you must. You're Buster.
Hey, Chaplain.
Yes?
You know, Nothing.
Nothing to you too, Buster. Nothing to you too.
And they all lived until they died. Happy Halloween to you all.
What was the point of these bookends?
It was cozy, like a Garfield Christmas.
Kind of felt like a ripoff of Rick and Morty.
No, they were satirizing anthology narratives. This was something completely different.
Sure felt the same.
Well, it wasn't.
Felt like it.
Shut up.
You shut up.
No, you shut up.
It's Cameo for Charity, and this month we're doing Toys for Tots. So if you want a video of me saying happy birthday, Merry Christmas, congrats, or whatever, go ahead and click on the link below and know you'll be giving to a good cause. With that said, I usually do Toys for Tots for December, and part of that is because of this funny story that happened when we were shooting the review of Christmas with the Craigs. I share it every year, and this year is going to be no different. Hey everybody, Doug Walker here doing the charity shoutout, and I have a funny story for you. When we were shooting this review, we were outside about to shoot a scene with Nostalgia Critic and Santa Christ, and this car pulls up, and they pull right into our parking spot, and we don't recognize the people, and they get out, and we say, can we help you? And they say, Toys for Tots.
I drop it off Toys for Tots.
No, we're not Toys for Tots. And they're looking at us like, are you sure? And we said, yeah, we're sure. Why would we know where Toys for Tots are? And they said, well, cause you got a guy dressed like Santa Claus there.
Oh, no. Unrelated, amazingly.
Totally unrelated. So, bizarrely enough, they were driving around looking for Toys for Tots, and we happened to come outside with a guy dressed as Santa Claus.
What are the chances?
And I took it as a sign. There you go. So, click on the link in the description, get a cameo from me, and be giving to a wonderful organization.
Donate to Toys for Tots.
Yes,
it's a good organization. Santa Christ approves.